guys, welcome to Planet Origami. So for our very first day, we're going to make an origami dragon. This is a little bit tricky and people find it pretty hard to make, but I'll go slow so you could be able to do it very well. Okay, so our first step, we're going to fold from side to side. You want to make sure that you line them up very nice and neatly, or else it won't come out very well in the end. And this paper that I'm using is origami paper, and I really suggest using it because it's a lot easier to use. It's way easier than just that printer paper that people normally use. And it also makes the final product stand out. And you're going to fold it in half again the other way on the opposite side. Okay, now you'll have a plus sign in the middle of your paper. We're going to turn it diagonally and fold it in half like this. It's okay if the folds aren't spot on, because really for these first steps, it's not too big. You don't really have to worry about that so much. Now we're going to do it on the other side. And sometimes the paper slips back and it's really annoying to refold it. Okay, so now you'll have a plus sign and a little X in the middle. What we're going to do is get both corners, and we're going to fold it down, get these two corners, and try to bring it down right to the center. It's better if you do one side at a time. And you'll fold it in half right in this little square area. And then you're going to do the same with the other side. And then after this step, you just flatten it right down. Okay. So then we're going to get this corner and this whole side and fold it right to the middle. And then open it back up, and same with the other side. Then we're going to get on the inside, right here of this little fold area. And those folds that we just made right now, we're going to fold them down inside of here. So you could use this first little step to fold down right here. And then on these folds, you know how they're going down? This is called a reverse fold. So you're going to reverse that fold to the other way, just like that, and then you flatten it down. And you're going to do the same with the other side. Then we're going to flip it over and do the exact same thing. If I'm going a little bit too slow for you at your level, you can speed up the video and go to the next step if you want. Okay, so now we have a little diamond kite looking thing. So it doesn't matter which side you go on, but you're going to fold up right here, make a crease, and once you do, you'll make this little line straight across from corner to corner. Then we're going to get the tip and fold it down right to that line we just made. Just like that. Now this part is a little bit tricky. You're going to get both corners of the ones that we just used to fold down, and you're going to pull it open just a little bit, enough so that you could see that square. So then what we're going to do with that square is make sure that we pinch all of those lines to make a little kind of crease. So then here we have a little square. And then now we're going to push down right in the center and get all four corners at the same time and bend them inwards. And then flatten it straight down. So really what we just did is we got rid of that tip that we had up there, and now it's gone. It'll make the dragon's back look a lot better right there. Okay. So now we're going to fold this up just like we did before, but this time we're going to get this corner and fold it down to here on both sides, just like this. If you don't want that extra crease right there, since we won't be using it, then just like what I'll do on this side, you could just go down to that line that you see right there from a previous crease we made. You can just make that crease right up to there. You don't even have to use that side. So now we have this little triangle right here from that line, and we're going to get both sides and pinch it down. Then using those two creases right there, we're going to fold it down just like that, and then fold that side down flat. Now we're going to do the same thing on that side. Okay, so now we have these two little flaps right here. So you want to make sure that both are on one side, because it'll be a little bit hard if you're trying to work like that. So just make sure that they're both on that one side. We're going to open up this little area right here from these two sides. We're going to do it on both sides. We're going to open this up and grab this corner and just push it up. And you want to make sure that that little crease that you see, that's okay, that's great, that's good, but you don't want it all the way down here, because that's not what we're going to do. We're going to get it right there, that crease, fold it up to the limit that it can go. So then once it goes all the way up, like that, folding straight up, then you're going to fold it in half. Okay, then we're going to open up these two parts right here and then push down and fold, reverse fold this side just like that, and you want to make sure that it's just right there again, and then you fold these two flaps down just like that. Then you could fold the flaps over, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. If you don't remember this, then you could just go over to the other step. What I did, I took a little shortcut, and instead of going up, I just pushed it up and folded it down. Okay, so now we have this. We're going to get each of these parts right here on both sides and the other side, and we're going to fold them down in half, just like this. So you're going to lift this flap up, and then fold in half. Just like that. So you want to make sure that it's folded all the way, even on the other side of this flap. So then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then now, flip the whole thing over and do the same thing. Okay, there we go. Now we've flattened down those two parts to make it a lot smoother. So then now we're going to get these flaps and make the legs. So what you're going to do is put your finger down right here so that you could put two fingers on both sides and fold it in half, just like that. And then you could just pinch down as far as you can go, as far as it can go, and then push down like that and make a little bit of a crease. And then you fold that flap straight down and you just made a leg. Now we're going to do the same thing 3 more times. Okay, just like that. If you're using printer paper, I've done it before, and the legs are pretty hard to do on there. So that's why I like using origami paper, because it's thinner and you can fold down easily. But you also don't want to fold down too hard with the creases, or else you could rip it or scratch off the color a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do the wings. It doesn't matter which side you do it on, you could just pick your best side, because once we fold it up, which we're going to fold up like that, then this side is going to be the head, if you want to fold the wings up this way. But if you want to fold it up that way, this side will be the head, and that'll be the tail. Okay. So, now you want to fold it up, getting that corner as far as you can, and it doesn't matter, you could adjust the wing however you like it, straight up, angled, straight back like that, doesn't matter. I like mine angled up like this. And you fold it down and do the same thing on the other side, and you can use the other side as a guide and match up the same way so that both wings are the exact same. Okay. And sometimes I have this little part right here and it doesn't look great, so it just means that you didn't fold the legs down far enough. So you could just push that down and fold it down. Makes it look a lot better. Okay. So then for the head, it's a little tricky. We're going to open it and just kind of push up like that. And you see how these two are not the right, they're not angled right. It needs to be straight. So what we're going to do is try and push it down and back so that they both are about the same length. But you also at the same time want to fold that in half the other way. So you're going to fold this in half, reverse fold it. And then it just folds down really nicely like that after you made those two little marks. So you're going to push up, fold in half, and fold down those two little marks. In the end, if the neck is a little bit too short, then you can just push it back and make it a little bit longer if you want. So then now we're going to do the exact same thing we just did right here, but right here. So you could just get your finger and your thumb and then press down like that. And this one's a little bit easier since it's smaller and thicker. And then you just press down and reverse fold it, and it goes down in half. Now to eliminate that really long and awkward thing right there for his face, you could just fold it down in half, just like that, and then fold the face down in half to eliminate it. If it's still a little bit too long, then you could just create a little horn by taking this out and folding it back a little bit more, and then folding it down, and you could just twist it. And there, you made a little horn. So there we go, you got your dragon. If you want to make it look even better than how you have it, you could just try and figure out ways and experiment. What I did was, I did the same thing, how we made those two little points right there for the head, except back here. So we're gonna do this a lot of times. Gonna just make those little parts and then fold it down and press. So you see how the whole thing went up right here? It's angled and it's just straight down, and only that little tiny part is going in there. So we're gonna fold down and then just do the same thing all the way up the entire thing. It is a little bit hard at first, but then after doing it a couple of times, you kind of get the hang of it. And then if that's a little bit too short, you could just pull it out a little bit and then crease it again. And there, you could even make a lot of them and make them shorter than I did, or longer, and make it curl up higher or curl up lower, and just kind of make it your own way. And for the wings, if you want to make that look a little bit better too, you could, it's a little bit tricky, it's a little hard. So you want to fold it down at whatever part you want, doesn't matter where, and you fold it down, and then back up, just like that. And then you'll have these two little parts, this little area. And if you want to match it, then on the same side, then you fold it down, do the same thing on the other side, trying to match it exactly, make sure the points are matched. And then this one you already created, fold it up, and then on the other side, just match it exactly like how you did, and then you have the same sides. So then what we're going to do is open up this little secret flap we have inside the wing. So then you're going to point it right here. We're going to do like 3 different kind of reverse folds right here. So we want to make the line right here that we have all the way across on the same with the other side. So that one is bent down. We're going to make it bend outwards. The ones that bend outwards like this are called mountain folds, and the ones that bend inwards are called valley folds. Like that. That's a valley fold and that's a mountain fold. Just like how a valley mountain would look. And then we're going to reverse this fold and try to flatten it out. And then it all just kind of works in together. Push it down and then make sure that the folds are valley folds on both sides right here. Then you're gonna push down just like that. And then you just added a little bit of a design to your wings. And you could try and do 3 if you want. I mean 2. Just have one right here and then one right there. And it makes it looks a lot better, but I haven't really done it yet. I've just seen it and it looks better. So then, gonna do the same thing on the other side. There we go. You just added a lot of detail to your dragon. It looks a lot better. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. And if you really like making this origami dragon, then make sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up in my video. And tell me in the description below what I should do next. And if you want to get a notification on when my next video is, then make sure to click on the notification bell next to the subscribe button.